What is up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be going over the best warm-up routine for all inputs and all skill levels. So whether you're a controller, keyboard, you're new to the game, or you're a pro, there's going to be a routine in here for you. Before this video starts, I just want to thank you guys for all the recent support. We've had 3 videos hit 1K views, which is insane, and we're growing so fast. So thank you guys so much. I'm going to keep this intro short, so let's get right into it. Okay, so the first thing you should always start the day with is free building. This is pretty standard. I would say 99% of all people start their warm-ups with free building. That's because it's so important. Unlike some people that will say free build for like 5 to 10 minutes, I personally just recommend free building until you're ready. For me, like the other day, I free built for like 1 minute and my hands felt ready, my hands were warm, I was like, I'm ready to go into aim training. Some days it might take you 20 minutes, hopefully it doesn't take you 20 minutes because that's not a very good use of your time. But if it takes you 20 minutes to warm up, I mean, if you have that time, don't be scared to. Also, if it takes you like 10 seconds to warm up, if you just hop on automatically and you feel ready, don't feel like wasting your time. Oh, somebody told me that I have to free build for 10 minutes, so I have to free build for 10 minutes to get ready. No, if you warm up that quick, that is totally fine to hop straight into the next thing you're doing, because you want to save as much time as possible with your warm-ups. You can hop straight into arena or whatever you're going to do after your warm-up. So I personally, while you're free building, recommend practicing things that you struggle with. In the background, you see me kind of struggling. This was a few days ago, my free build. So practice things that you don't really feel comfortable with. A lot of people just kind of crank 90s or do the same retakes every single day. And yeah, you're improving those retakes, but once you do them so many times, it's just like, what's even the point? I mean, I've already mastered this. I'm doing everything flawlessly. And when you first get on, that's when you want to practice the things you struggle with, because that's going to help you improve the most. Okay, your hands are warm, you're ready to move on to the next thing, and the next thing I personally recommend is Raiders 1v1 aim duels. I'll have the code for every single map in this video in the description, so you can just copy and paste it right in. And the reason I'm not going over Kovacs or AimLabs or any of those other softwares is number 1, because some people don't have access to them and I don't want to make it unfair to them. And number 2 is just because this map has literally everything you could ever need. From shotgun aim to SMG aim to AR aim to glider aim training, literally anything you could ever think of in aim training, this map has. So what makes aim duels so good? First of all, in this map you can matchmake with other people. Just go up to one of those portal things, it'll tell you what button to press, and it'll put you with a random person. And the good thing about aim duels is, no matter how good your opponent is, you still get good practice. The one thing I hated about the other aim duel maps was that people could like pick up RPGs and stuff and kind of ruin your experience. But in this, if your opponent that you're playing misses every single shot, you're still getting good practice out of it, because as long as they're not standing still, you're still getting good aim training out of it. So I recommend going through 10k HP and doing 1x1 cone react, 1x1 react, 1x1 cone flick, and 1x1 flick. In the background you see me and my friend doing this, and these are so good for your shotgun flick aim. I know on controller this can be hard, but trust me, it helps your aim so much. As you can tell, my aim is not the greatest, but I've been doing this for a little bit and my aim's gotten a lot better, so trust me, it really helps you out a lot. Okay, so after shotgun aim training, I recommend moving on to just classic aim duels. By classic, I mean the 1x1 with cone, 1x1 no cone, 1x1 with ramps, 1x1 under ramp. Just the basic, you're in a box together, you're not getting teleported like the last one. And for these, I recommend using ARs, and then using SMGs, and then using shotguns and ARs. So just pretty much, this is basic stuff, not much to go over. As you can see in the background, you're just kind of tracking the opponent. This aim is really good for, say you hit somebody 160 with your shotgun, you need to hit 2 AR shots after. This is just good for cleaning up those last shots and finishing the kill. So the last thing I recommend in this map is the glider aim training. I think it's called ADS tracking AR. For this, I recommend using a blue AR, and how this works is one of you glides and one of you shoots, and the person that's gliding tries to get to the red area. Once they get there, then you switch and you're the person gliding. So this is going to help you with not only your tracking aim, but also dodging bullets, which is kind of not very talked about, but it's pretty important, because if you're just kind of running in a straight line, you're going to get beamed endgame. So not much to talk about here. In the background, you can kind of see how it works. It's pretty self-explanatory. Just kind of glide into that red area. Okay, so after aim duels, the next map I recommend doing is called Pandvils 200 pump only map. Pretty much how this map works is every second you regenerate health, so if you hit someone like 160 and you pull out your shotgun to hit them again, all their health will have been regenerated, so the only way you can kill someone in this map is with the 200 pump. What I love about this map is that unlike aim duels where you're only focused on aiming, in this map you can build, you can edit, and you're working on your aim all at once. In the background you can kind of see how it works. Pretty much it's just a huge box fight with like 16 players, and again you can matchmake. I'll have the code for it in the description. How I recommend going about this map is I recommend getting your crosshair close to their head, and then as soon as you're about to shoot, kind of scope in and adjust it a little bit to get close to their head. Obviously 160s and 180s are good, but this map just helps you to hit as many 200s as possible. Even if you don't have a gold pump, it's still really good to hit max damage shots. Not really much to say about this map. I would just say I recommend doing one round of this, so each round is 10 minutes long. So this will only be 10 minutes. It's really helped me out a lot. This is one thing I do every single day, and it's really improved my shotgun aim. Okay, so after you're done with that map, you're done with aim training for the day. The next map I recommend doing is called Raiders Peace Control Practice Map V2, I think it's called. It should be on the screen in the background. And I personally don't do this map, but my friend told me that numbers 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 9, and 10 are the ones that he does. So I don't know what the best ones are, but I did those ones. Those ones felt good. You guys might do this map and know other ones, so let me know which ones you do. But the few things I want to go over in this map, number one, I haven't done this map in so long, and I know some of you feel like your piece control is good, you don't really need to work on it anymore, but when I did this map, my piece control felt like it got like 20 times better. I just felt so much more warmed up when I went into arena after this. The second thing I want to say is get in the habit of using ramps here. As you can see, I'm a little rusty with this, but I think up here I start using ramps. Yeah, right here. So I jumped there, which I shouldn't have done, but using ramps is so much better. Number one, because if your opponent tries to pre-fire you, they'll just shoot the ramp and you can get a free shot. And number two is just because it's so much easier to hit them when they're on a ramp. I feel like when your opponent's on a cone, they can hide behind it, and it's just really hard to see them. With the ramp, like you just saw, you have a free shot on them, you can see them very clearly, and it often gives you a really good right-hand peek. So start using ramps instead of cones. Cones are still always going to be really good. And when you do use cones, look at what I'm doing here. I slide the cones ahead of myself. So I'm putting them a box ahead of where I'm going to be. So that kind of pre-boxes your opponent. You can get them stuck in a cone. You can end up coning them there. Again, I don't really use this map, so I don't know much about it. But I do recommend doing it. That's going to be it for this video. If you enjoyed it, make sure to like and subscribe. It really helps me out a lot. We've been growing so much. Thank you guys so much for all the support on all my recent videos. If you guys have watched my previous videos, you know what time it is. Before I do give this keyword away, I just wanted to say that last video, I said comment a water bottle emoji, and I probably should have checked before, but I just kind of assumed. I was like 99.9% sure that there was a water bottle emoji. Who knew that there was not a water bottle emoji? So for those of you that commented a milk bottle emoji, that was excused. I'll let you excuse that time. That was my bad. I probably should have checked. But for this time, I checked before. There is an apple emoji, so your keyword for today is an apple emoji. Go comment that down in the comments so I know who made it to the end of the video. I love you guys so much. We are growing so fast, and it's all because of you guys. See you guys in the next video.